Hey guys, it's this little cloth here, and today in this Monster Legends Leaks video, we have a ton of new movesets to go over, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing we have is the Legends Pass for Corrupted Era Season 3. Free monster inside of it will be the Corrupted Mythic Monster Wangzhou, definitely didn't say that right. And then the paid one will be King Charmless. So definitely try to get those monsters and definitely buy the Golden Legends Pass if you want King Charmless. And now let's get into the first moveset, which is for Wangzhou. So his first decent move looks like it's this one. It deals moderate metal damage and removes 50% stamina, which is decent. And then we have this one where it applies curse to all enemies and stamina leak, so that's pretty good. And then we have Mang, which deals moderate metal damage, removes 100% stamina, and applies curse to all enemies. That's really good. And then we have Unwavering Discipline, deals moderate metal damage to one enemy, removes 100% of stamina, and applies possession to one enemy. That's a really good move. And then we have the Emperor's Room, deals low metal damage to all enemies, applies possession to all enemies. So that's a really good move. You're definitely going to want to run that move. And then we have his ult, applies mega possession to all enemies, removes 100% of stamina to all enemies, decreases all enemies maximum stamina, applies curse to all enemies. So his special is really good. His special is amazing. And then we have King Charmless's moveset. His first decent one is Entangled Cloak. Wait, doesn't Prince Charmless have that same exact move? Pretty sure Prince Charmless has the same exact move. And Sweaty Blade. Feel like he has that too. That's kind of weird. So it deals low nature damage to one enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. And then we have Sweaty Blade, deals moderate nature damage, applies poison, gives one extra turn to itself. Then we have Pure Quest, deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies nature weakness to one enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. And then we have Dirty Amulet, deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison to all enemies. And then we have Crown Thorn, deals heavy nature damage to one enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. So this is going to be an extra turner monster. And then its ultimate deals heavy special damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies, 3-turn death countdown to all enemies. This special is kind of mediocre. And it is a nature attacker with extra turn skills, obviously. And then we have ZHC's moveset. Let's go ahead and look for the first decent move. It would be this one. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Applies bleed to all enemies. That seems pretty decent. And then we have Artist Fury. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Applies reverse healing to all enemies. That's a pretty good move. And then we have 99 Hours Left. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Applies poison to all enemies. Applies bleed to all enemies. That's pretty good. And then we have Surprise Challenger, deals a very heavy physical damage to one enemy. And then we have his ult, Customized Smash, removes positive status effects from all enemies, deals very heavy nature damage to all enemies, applies reverse healing and bleed to all enemies. That is a very good special. So overall, this monster seems pretty mediocre, actually. It doesn't seem that good. And of course, he's a nature attacker with reverse healing and torture skills. And then we have Kurai Cage, which is a dark attacker with anticipation as a trait. So let's go ahead and look at his moves. So the first good move is probably this one, deals low dark damage, gives one extra turn. That's pretty decent. And then we have this one, deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies. So that's pretty good. Then we have Yami no Jutsu, deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies nightmare to all enemies. So that's pretty good. Then we have Chu no Yami, applies triple damage and nightmares to itself. That's pretty decent. Then we have his last move, Yashu, deals very heavy dark damage to one enemy, applies bleed and nightmares to itself. That's a pretty decent move. And then we have his special, deals insane dark damage to one enemy, applies nightmares, and make possession to one enemy. All around pretty decent, not very good though. I don't think any of these monsters are like amazing. But I guess we'll see it in the next one. So this is going to be the last monster of the video. Let's go ahead and look for the first decent move. So the first decent move looks like it would be Berries. Applies a random positive status effect to itself. I guess that could be decent depending on what positive status effect you get. But you probably won't be using that move because it is not very reliable. And then the next move is Varied Flavor. Deals moderate thunder damage to one enemy. Applies a random negative status effect to one enemy. So it looks like this monster is going to be doing a lot of random stuff, which is kind of mediocre. And then we have Relaxing Flavor, deals moderate thunder damage to one enemy, activates all cooldowns on one enemy. That's a pretty good move. Then we have Mint and Strawberry, deals moderate thunder damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy, applies a random positive status effect to itself. Overall, that's a decent move at best. It really depends on what positive status effect you get. And then we have Striking Flavor, deals moderate thunder damage to all enemies, applies stun and shock to all enemies. I guess that's a decent move. And then we have Double Mint, deals heavy thunder damage to one enemy, applies mega stun to one enemy. And then we have his ultimate big prize, applies mega stun to all enemies, applies 2 random negative status effects to all enemies. So overall, that is a pretty decent monster. I don't think it's too amazing though. All of these monsters seem just decent. So yeah, that is going to be all of the leaks for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.